Hi guys, welcome to the card reading for this week. I think it's the 2nd of September now. Spooky season is underway, hence my little boo ghost over here. Keeps me company sometimes and reminds me that I really need to speak my truth, hence the covering of the mouth. Now before we start, these little candles, I go through loads of these. They come with little bees in them. I've got so many of these little bees now. Beeswax candles, proper beeswax candles, great for purifying the area. They come from a little shop in Tintagel. Every time I go up there I'll get 4 or 6 of these candles, and yeah, I mean I'm up there a couple of times a year, so I do go through them a lot. I have a bit of a thing for bees, but that's about as natural as it's getting today. So, see what this new moon is bringing us. We have the Trust Your Vibes deck by Sonia Choquette here. So let's see what we're going to get for the collective today. Should have some music or something on in the background, shouldn't I, so you don't get bored. Okay, there we go. Now we're not being interrupted by the cats today, so that's always a good thing. And it's a little bit quieter out there, given that it's not a bank holiday today. So let's see what this new moon and her energy is bringing us. Back to basics. It says a lot, really, doesn't it? I mean, how much do we get all wrapped up in luxuries, but also necessities that aren't necessary? We will turn around and say, oh, it is a necessity, but actually it's not. This is on about getting back to you, essentially, back to the truth of you. New moon, new start, new beginnings. It's all about change, especially in this Virgo season. So there's a lot of emotional change going on at the moment as well. Don't forget as well that Chiron is in retrograde, so that's all on about challenging your precepts and learning to defend yourself effectively. So what we've got here, it depends which one sort of jumps out for you, but it's all about well-being. So it's talking about getting your sleep, exercise, drinking well and eating right, as well as obviously we have the moon symbol up here. So it is all about getting back to what you actually need to be the best you, and it's not as complicated as you think. We were discussing the other day about the paleo diet, not necessarily recommended, but it is getting back to the basic things, getting away from the processed stuff, getting away from the processed chemicals. I mean, that's the good thing about these candles, is that they aren't scented, they are just totally 100% natural, so there's no rubbish or paraffins or anything like that being sort of pumped into the atmosphere that we're breathing. And regular viewers of this channel will know I'm asthmatic, so things like that do mean a lot to me. So getting back to what it is that you actually need, getting back to your basic self. Now, part of what you actually need, of course, is laughter. Laughter it's a feel-good thing. It releases, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but either oxytocin or dopamine or serotonin or something like that into your body. And it releases the feel-good chemicals. And that'll give us a bit of a lift. It'll give us a bit more of a high. It'll raise our vibration. Laughter in any environment will raise the vibration anyway. There was one particular energetic clearance that I was called to, whereby it reacted negatively to laughter. So we started telling the worst jokes ever between us. So there were 5 of us there, I think. And we started telling the worst jokes ever. And of course we all just fell about laughing. And in the end, it got up and left out the front door, which was quite convenient, to be fair. So raising your vibration, a lot of that is the getting back to the basics. I was watching something the other day that stated that the frequency, harmonics and things in music changed, so that it was no longer at the frequency whereby it was going to help us or to aid us or anything like that. It was not anything that was designed to raise us up anymore. Same with church bells. They changed the frequency of the church bells. Honestly, Google this stuff, look into it. There's so much out there. So laughter is, it's your own best medicine. And of course, as we know, it creates fairies. So time for crayons. We really are getting back to the basics today, aren't we? Going back to not necessarily your inner child per se, although there is a lot going on at the moment. There's Chiron, there's Lilith, there's all sorts juxtaposing out there. And it is all on about getting back to the very basic that we need. And, you know, I mean, you think when you first draw, you probably do draw with crayons. You know, the very first marks that you make as a child, you are drawing them with crayons because they're easy to hold, they're easy to grab, and you can express yourself. And I think that's what all this sort of boils down to today, and in this new moon time, is that it is time to express yourself and raise your vibration through that expression. So, you know, even if you're playing Pictionary and you draw something funny and makes everybody laugh, this is good. It brings up the vibration. It helps people reset their systems, as it were. So getting back to the basics for you. Remember, every person is different. So what's good for somebody is not necessarily going to be good for you. Take what you need from other people, but information wise, I mean, I don't mean go out there and steal. I mean, information wise, take what you need from other people, but base it on your knowledge of yourself. So laughter, raising your vibration, bringing your energy up, allowing yourself that time to laugh. There's so much going on energetically at the moment that we're kind of getting a bit bogged down with it. And I know an awful lot of people who are going through an awful lot of I don't know, personal stuff, I suppose, is probably the best way to describe it. And it's all to do with the shake-ups and putting us where we need to be at the right time. And it feels horrendous to be going through these things, but being able to get back to the point whereby you can laugh, and you may have forgotten what laughter sounds like. You know, it may be that you shock yourself the first time you laugh, but then that's it, the floodgates have been opened and off you go. And, you know, art therapy is always a good thing. You can express yourself very, very deeply through art and dance and laughter and things like this. So getting back to the basics, using your crayons, get your basic colouring kit out, get your basic colour kit out, and just do what feels right for you. Don't let anybody tell you what's right and what's wrong, because this, at the end of the day, it is literally all about you. You need to do what is right for you on a personal level to bring your vibration up. So whether that is in a child work, whether that is, you know, standing up on stage and telling a few jokes, doesn't matter. Whatever is right for you, get back to the basics. And I think that is the basic there, is you. You are at the basis for everything that happens to you in this world. So getting back to that, using your crayons, using your laughter, any way that you can to raise your vibration, walking, skipping, singing, dancing, laughing, colouring, doesn't matter. Get that vibration up, get yourself reset effectively. That's what the new moon is about, new beginnings, banishing the old stuff, get yourself reset. Okay, I think that's about all I'm being told this week, so I will see you again next week. Bye for now.